Let's do number 6 here. Number 6 looks like this one right here. Now, all you're doing is going to take the third power to both pieces inside. So you're going to get negative 2 to the third, and you're going to take x to the third. Negative 2 to the third. Negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2 is negative 8. And then x to the third is simply x to the third. We're done. Now, for some of you, you might think, okay, you want another way of doing that? Well, isn't this basically 2x to the third mean 2x times 2x? Sorry, negative 2x. Isn't negative 2x, negative 2x, negative 2x? And when I do all this, don't all those negative 2's give me negative 8? And all these x's give me x to the third? So, if you want to write it out, for some people it's totally cool. You just need to write it out. Number 7, same idea. You're going to take x to the 5th and take that to the 4th. And then you're going to take y to the 3rd, sorry, and take that to the 4th. You're going to take both pieces to the 4th. Which ends up being, and what do you do when you take it? You multiply the powers. Remember that we're going back to this one right here, this property. So this is 20th, not 9th. People tend to want to add it. And this is 12th, not 7th. They have different bases. You cannot combine the 12 and the 20. They're different bases. Now, could I write this out 4 times and see it another way? Yeah. But it's a lot easier just to distribute the power and think of, it's not really a distributive property, but it's good to think of that power going to both pieces. Number 8 is not one of these properties. For number 8, look at it. It's combining like terms. Do you guys see pluses and minuses? We're up here, everything was multiply in powers. So for number 8 here, all we're doing is combining like terms. So let's look for things with like terms. Anything combined with the 5x squared? Well, right there. So let's combine it. Do you guys understand there's a 1 there? When there's no number, it means one of them. So 5 plus 1, isn't that simply 6x squared? And does anything combine with this? X squared y? Well, isn't there an x squared y here? So what's negative 4 and negative 6? Negative 10 x squared y. Can we combine these two? No. Even though they have x squareds, they don't have the full term, so you cannot combine them. Okay, look at this one. Now, can we start combining things? Not really, because see this minus right here? Can we combine all of this? Can we multiply these all together? And multiply all these together, and then if they're the same, can we combine them, subtract them? Yeah. So, order of operations, don't you do multiply before subtract? So are we going to do this subtraction here last? Let's multiply everything here. Now to multiply everything here, let's look at all 3 pieces. What's 3 times negative 1? Are you okay with that being a negative 1? 3 times negative 1 times 6. Hopefully you notice that's negative 18. Alright? X to the 5th and an x to the 3rd. There's no x's here. So if x to the 5th, x to the 3rd, don't you add those? So it'd be x to the 8th. And then y's. So y, you have y right here to the 1st and y to the 2nd. There's no y's here. And that'd be y to the 2 plus 1 is 3. So isn't that my first piece? If I combine all this, don't I have this? Now I'm going to do the second piece. For the second piece, oh, there's a 1 in front. What's negative 7 times 1? Hopefully you know that's negative 7. Let's do next letter. Let's do x. I like to keep alphabetical. I have an x squared here. Any other x's? No, so that's x squared. And this y combines with this y. You multiply those. So y to the 6th and y to the 1st would be y to the 7th. Now, am I done? Actually, yeah. Do these have the same powers? Can you combine these? No. But what I could do, just FYI, I could write it like this, just for understanding something. What's minus a minus? That becomes a plus. So if we wanted to be nice and neat, it'd probably be more written like this. And the last one. Are there any pluses and minuses here? That's a negative. That's not a plus or minus. So don't we just do all the multiplication properties? Now, what do you think? Do you think we're going to do exponents first or multiply first? Aren't we going to take this exponent and do all the pieces first? So we're going to take this exponent and go boom, boom, boom. So we're going to take, oh boy, I lost that 2. You can't see it. There's a 2 here. So we take that, and we leave the 2 out front here. When this 2 comes into this, I have negative 3 to the second. I have x to the 6th to the second. And I have y to the second. Now can I take this third power and take it to both these pieces? And get x to the third and y to the 4th to the third? So you left the 2, you brought this second power, bring it to all 3 pieces. Pick this third power, bring it to all those. Does this 2 have anything to combine with? No. Actually, yes. What's negative 3 squared? Is that 9? And what's 2 times 9? So doesn't the front going to be 18? Okay. What's this going to become? Won't this become x to the 12th? And isn't this going to be x to the 3rd? So when you combine x to the 12th and x to the 3rd, doesn't that give me x to the 15th? And lastly, isn't this y squared, and isn't this going to be y to the 12th? And we combine these two, don't we get, what, 2 plus 12 is y to the 14th? There's my answer. So you first distributed the powers, then you combined all the like pieces, meaning you multiplied, in combining the numbers, you multiplied the x's, multiplied the y's, and that would be your answer.